Hi, y'all. It's been a while. I've been having some challenges around making videos and figuring out, like, why am I doing this, right? It doesn't even matter. Everything that I think I know changes every single day, and nothing is ever the same. And, I'm human like everybody else. So I wonder, why am I doing this? Where am I at? Why have I given up everything to go into the desert to live with strangers who many times don't even really like me? They just tolerate me because I make them laugh. So I've been focusing on this Course in Miracles thing, and I've really been struggling, you guys, to figure out, why should I do this? Why should I continue to make these videos in a time when, really, honestly, they don't want us making videos. They don't really want us talking, and much of what I say is not popularly received, and yet I sit here and I continue to worry about it, and I continue to wonder, and I continue to fight with myself to make myself do it. And it all comes down to intention, right? I've had some lessons recently from other people in their situations that I introspect with myself, and it's about the intentions. My intentions were not pure when I started this, and I recognize that now. I was motivated improperly. My ego was driving, and I wasn't really focused on intent. So I'm trying to figure out why A Course in Miracles, why Prodigal Love Concepts, why the nonprofit, why give up everything, why, right? That's what it's all about, is the relationships, the knowledge, the information, the wisdom, but it all comes down to is why. At least it has for me. Most of my life it's come down to, like, why bother? What does this mean? Who cares? Why? And this time I decided to seek the answer to the why, instead of just walking away and doing something else because it was more fun, or it was easier, or it made more sense, or I understood it, and a number of other reasons. So I put together an overview of the purpose of the psychotherapy process, is what it's called in the book, of A Course in Miracles. I figured I'd start there because maybe if I were to start in that place, I could find its relativity to myself and acquire some interest in working and doing some work, because I've been kind of blocked up and shut down, and most of my work has been in myself for a while now, a really long time, because there's just so much, and I don't talk to you guys about the spiritual things, and I try and stick to the healing stuff, but I have those of my own too, and sometimes they get in the way. So I wrote this out so that I could eloquently and correctly speak to you about why I will be following the Course in Miracles for my own intentions of healing. And in that, I can move forward because it's properly focused and it's purely intended. And I'm going to continue to do these videos because it's way more fun to do stuff with other people than it is alone. And maybe in doing it with me, you will get something out of it too, but I'm not doing this for you, but I'm going to share it with you. So according to A Course in Miracles, there are many, many purposes to psychotherapy, and they're all very pure. And none of them are what you think they are, because they weren't what I thought they were either. So forgive me for reading, but it's pretty in-depth and intense and really important. And I want to make sure I get it right for you. So what I've written for you is my own words of the material that I reviewed at great length for a very long time. And this is why I will be participating in A Course in Miracles. Psychotherapy, correctly understood, teaches forgiveness and helps the patient recognize and accept it. And in their healing, the therapist is forgiven with them. In inviting Christ consciousness and Holy Spirit, Sophia, to enter into relationship with us, we complete the wholeness of the Trinity. In seeking, discerning, and finding our ability to hear and discern Father, and then remembering truth and restoring sanity, we will recall the way of love, the truth of the world around us, and the life of love consciousness. In recognizing our divine creation spark, and that we are a unity of oneness, we transcend or rise from the ego and remember Father. This is accomplished through its purpose of removing the blocks to truth, aiding in abandoning the fixed delusional system, beginning to consider the spurious cause and effects relationships driving us, and reconsidering causes of fear and learning to evaluate them correctly. This barrier-busting process exposes the deception and illusion of the matrix and empowers an understanding of behavior patterns, change potential, and recognition of potential outcomes, while clearing fear and restructuring stinking thinking. This clears the path to the restoration of sanity. Because we were created with a divine spark, we have the wisdom and knowledge within to heal ourselves without the aid of an earthly therapist. However, somebody's approaching. I'll come back later. Hi again. So I've decided to pick up where I left off rather than starting over because I already had said so much so far. So we're going to pick up with what I was reading of my own writings about the purpose of this class and my hopes that you will wish to participate along with me. So we were talking about restructuring stinking thinking, and I will find us restructuring thinking and that clearing the path to sanity. So, however, is where we were at. If an earthly patient-therapist relationship is sought, the relationship should provide benefit to both. In this way, the relationship maintains balance, and the balance is what it's all about. We are in the time of the rider on the black horse. The restoration of sanity and balance is upon us, and we must do our work. So it's the path that maintains the balance in the relationship. The loss of one's peace of mind is a consequence of the emotional distress brought into us through the attacking of ourselves. These tendencies to attack ourselves are described as self-destructive and are perceived as such by us ourselves. These perceptions are based upon an incorrect concept of self. The concept that the self can attack and be attacked is a self-created, made-up, or false concept. For this false illusion of self, one will sacrifice life, defend and cherish ego, and attack others on its behalf. It is regarded as the self. The self is acted on, reacts to external forces as they demand, and is helpless against the powers of the world. So then, in purpose, psychotherapy must restore to awareness the ability to make our own decisions, empower one's willingness to reverse thinking, and understand that what we thought projected itself onto us were made by our projections onto this world. Until at least partially accepting these three principles, we cannot see ourselves as capable of making decisions and may even fight against it as it feels contrary to us. We need not view truth as God to save ourselves from the deceptions surrounding us, but we must begin to separate truth from illusion, recognizing that they aren't the same, and we must become increasingly willing to see illusion as false and accept truth as true. Excuse the background noise. I share residences, and this one's not mine, and it's very busy right now. So we'll continue with what we're doing. I just wanted to apologize for the noise. So the Holy Spirit directs psychotherapy, and participation in it saves time. Spirit uses time for its best purpose without error. And psychotherapy, under the direction of the Holy Spirit, is one of the means used to save time and prepare additional teachers for Spirit's work. We are all Father's psychotherapists, for He would have us all be healed in Him. As such, psychotherapy leads to the Father in the end. In a nutshell, what we seek is the restoration of sanity, a one-brain spiritual consciousness. And that is the purpose of participating in the psychotherapy processes contained within A Course in Miracles. And I'm very excited to pursue them. And I hope that you wish to pursue them with me. So I'm going to continue in my lessons. And I'm going to be studying the process part because as a person who's already been and is an experienced counselor, the process is going to be different for this class. And I feel a responsibility in my integrity and character to make sure that I am on top of that process before leading you through or accompanying you through it. So there will be more videos, but I don't know when or for how long they'll be or how long apart. And maybe I'll try and throw something fun in there if I think you might have some interest in something other than this. Because there's a lot of really crazy, incredible, cool stuff that's been going on in my life, but I don't really talk to you guys about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these videos together and see if YouTube lets us share it today. I love you all very, very much. I hope you have a great day, because mine has been fabulous.